This is not a financial analysis. This is not a market update. And quite frankly, this is a video I hoped I would never have to make. Hello everyone. This is the OG from Prosper Path. Before I say another word, I need you to do one thing for me. I need you to stop multitasking, put your phone down, and watch this video until the very last second. Do not skip ahead. Do not watch this on 2x speed. Because if you have ever found value in our analysis of the silver market, or if you care about the truth regarding the global financial reset, then what I am about to tell you is the most critical update I have ever posted. My team and I did not plan this. In fact, we actively avoided addressing this topic for weeks because we didn't want to sound paranoid. We didn't want to make this about us. But over the last 96 hours, things have shifted. We have reached a breaking point where staying silent is no longer a strategic option. It is a liability. There are things happening behind the scenes of this channel, things that most of you don't see, that no longer feel like normal technical glitches. For a while now, we have had this growing, sinking feeling in our gut. It is an instinct that every trader knows, the feeling that the trade is about to turn against you. Except this time, the trade is the existence of the Prosper Path channel itself. I am going to say this as clearly as I can. There is a very high probability that this channel may not be here much longer. This could be the beginning of the end. In fact, this might be the last video you ever see from me on this specific platform. I know that sounds dramatic. I know that sounds shocking. But I deal in data, not drama. And the data we are seeing regarding our channel's visibility is screaming that something is wrong. This isn't a theory. This is happening in real time. We are seeing patterns that we have seen before, patterns that usually precede the digital disappearance of independent voices who dare to question the banking narrative. It didn't happen all at once. It started slowly, almost imperceptibly, as the channel began to explode in growth. First, it was just minor anomalies, odd glitches in the upload process, comments that would vanish seconds after being posted. Activity that didn't feel organic. We noticed them. We discussed them in our morning meetings. But we brushed them off because when you're growing this fast, you expect some turbulence. You expect the algorithm to be messy. But then the JP Morgan incident happened. A few days ago, I uploaded a deep dive exposing the massive short positions held by JP Morgan and why the recent market dump felt coordinated. That video is still live, for now. But the moment that video hit the servers, the atmosphere changed. It wasn't just turbulence anymore. It felt like a targeted attack. The frequency and intensity of the issues didn't just double, they skyrocketed. And that is when we realized, this isn't random. This is a response. Almost immediately after that video regarding JP Morgan went live, something unprecedented happened. It wasn't just the usual algorithm suppression, it was a full-scale invasion. Our comment section was flooded. And I'm not talking about real viewers disagreeing with my analysis. We welcome debate here on the Prosper Path. No, these were not humans. We started seeing waves of sophisticated bots, not the random crypto spam you see on other finance channels, but coordinated accounts programmed to push specific narratives. Some of these bots were aggressively defending the banks. Some were spreading deliberate misinformation to confuse you about the silver shortage. Others were trying to redirect the conversation entirely, burying legitimate questions under a mountain of noise. This wasn't the usual WhatsApp scam spam. This was organized narrative control. Someone, or some entity, paid a lot of money to deploy a bot farm against this specific video. At the same time, we noticed another pattern getting significantly worse. The identity theft began. Bots started hijacking my name and my face. Fake fan pages, fake Telegram accounts, and comments pretending to be me started replying to you, my loyal subscribers. Many of you have already seen this filth. Some of you have even warned others in the comments, and I appreciate that vigilance more than you know. But it didn't stop there. We discovered new copycat channels that crossed a line we have never seen before. In the past, copycats just stole our topics, exaggerated doom, fake crashes, constant fear-mongering. But this time, they were stealing my identity. They were using the Prosper Path name, ripping my thumbnails, re-uploading my exact content just hours after I did, but twisting the audio or adding false promises. They are trying to sell you fake narratives and scam courses using my voice. And that crosses a red line for me, because the only real asset I have on this platform, the only reason you tune in every single day, is trust. This channel's entire legacy depends on real information and verifiable data. This is why we get the highest engagement in the niche. But when someone comes after my legacy of trust, when they try to use my credibility to scam you, that is an act of war. I stayed quiet for a long time. I ignored it because I didn't want to give them the attention they crave. But now it has reached a point where silence would be irresponsible. And that brings me to the timeline. After the JP Morgan video went live, I posted a tweet on X from my official handle, OG John AG, on the 3rd of February. Some of you might have seen it. In that tweet, I subtly hinted that something wasn't right with the back end of this channel, At the time, I didn't want to sound alarmist. I didn't want to scream censorship without proof. But what happened immediately after that tweet made it impossible to ignore. The moment I acknowledged the interference publicly, the interference got worse. It was as if the system realized we were watching it and decided to double down. This stopped being just annoying. It started becoming dangerous. We are no longer dealing with glitches. We are dealing with targeted suppression. Almost immediately after that tweet, my inbox exploded. Many of you started reaching out to my team independently. Emails, messages, comments, all saying the exact same thing. Oh gee, I was unsubscribed. Oh gee, I didn't get a notification. Oh gee, I have the bell turned on, but your video never showed up in my feed. Oh gee, I only found this video because someone sent me the direct link. At first, we thought this might just be a coincidence, but then the volume increased, dozens turned into hundreds. People who had been subscribed for months, some from the very beginning of the Prosper Path, suddenly found themselves unsubscribed without ever clicking the button. Others were still subscribed, but YouTube simply stopped notifying them entirely. And the most unsettling part? This wasn't happening to new viewers. This was happening to the core subscribers, the people who comment regularly, the people who engage, the people who actually care about this channel. You're seeing some of their comments on the screen right now. Feel free to pause the video and read them carefully. These are real people, real accounts, sharing the same digital ghosting experience. Our team spent the entire past week watching this very closely. We tracked engagement, we tracked our reach, we tracked notification behavior, and what we saw didn't line up with normal growth patterns. The numbers weren't crashing, they were being restricted. And that's when we started to consider a possibility that we hoped we'd never have to talk about, a shadow ban. For those of you who don't know what a shadow ban is, let me explain it simply. A shadow ban doesn't delete your channel, it doesn't give you a strike, it doesn't send you an email warning you. Instead, it quietly limits your reach. Your videos stop being recommended, your subscribers stop getting notified, your content slowly disappears from people's feeds. From the outside, it looks like the channel is dying naturally, but from the inside, it feels like screaming into a void. And based on everything we're seeing right now, the timing, the behavior, the patterns, it would not surprise us if this channel is moving in that direction. Let me be very clear here. I'm not saying this will happen. I am saying it would not be a surprise if it did. And that's a scary position to be in as a creator because when a channel is shadow banned or removed, it doesn't come with a warning. One day it's there, and the next day it's gone. Which is why we had to make a decision as a team. No matter what happens to this channel, no matter how difficult things get, this mission doesn't end here. The information matters, the conversations matter, and most importantly, the objective matters. So we've taken steps to make sure communication doesn't completely break down if something happens here. We have created a backup channel. The channel is called OG John AG2. I've posted the link to this channel in my description. You can also look at the screenshot here and see the channel name and pay special focus to the handle. It is OG John AG2. Everyone can copy my name, but not my handle. This is not a side project. This is not optional. This is a contingency plan. If this channel is ever taken down, restricted, or deleted, that is where I will continue uploading videos. I strongly urge every single one of you to subscribe to that channel right now. Not later, not tomorrow, right now. The link is in the description. Think of it this way. If something does happen, that channel becomes the only direct line of communication between us. And this is where I need your help. If you are watching this video and you truly care about the Prosper Path, there are a few specific things you can do right now that genuinely make a difference. This isn't about vanity metrics. This is about survival. Number 1, smash that like button. It sounds trivial, but it signals to the algorithm that this content matters. It forces the system to acknowledge that real humans are watching, not just the bots that are trying to bury us. Number 2, leave a comment, type OG in the chat, or tell me directly if you have experienced these unsubscribing glitches in the past few days. Engagement is one of the few variables still within our control. The more activity we generate, the harder it is for them to shadow ban us into oblivion. Number 3, and this is the most critical request, if you can, watch this video again. Yes, I am serious. Retention matters. Watch time matters. Every single minute you spend on this video sends a high-value signal to YouTube. The more we prove that the engagement here is real, the more we increase our chances of breaking through the suppression filters. I don't like asking for this. I really don't. In fact, unlike other channels in this space, I've never asked for your money, and I never plan on doing so. Not even once. But fighting a battle against sophisticated algorithms and coordinated bot attacks is impossible to do alone. This has to be a collective effort. And before I end this video, I want to say something from the heart. To everyone who has supported this channel through comments, messages, and shares, thank you. Truly. The future remains uncertain, but I really appreciate the loyalty this community has shown. My team and I see it. We read every message. We appreciate it, and we do not take it lightly. Some of you have even gone out of your way to support us by sending super thanks and contributing money to keep the project running. I want to acknowledge that gesture. It means a lot to us that you value this work enough to pay for it. But I want to say this clearly. We do not want your money. Me and my team started this phenomenon without a financial objective. We would be infinitely happier if you took that same money and invested it into something that will give returns to you or your family. Buy an extra ounce of silver. Buy food for your pantry. Invest in your own resilience. That would make us happier than any donation ever could. This channel was never about extracting value from you. It was about sharing value with you. And whatever happens next, whether this channel survives the purge or we have to rebuild from scratch on the backup channel, that principle does not change. It feels strange saying this, but maybe this isn't goodbye. Maybe it's just a reminder of why we're here in the first place. The truth is under attack because the truth is dangerous to the status quo. Stay vigilant. Subscribe to the backup channel, A Prosper Path 2. Do not let the signal die. Invest with logic, not hype. Use your own brain. Don't trust anyone blindly, even the platform you're watching this on. This is the Prosper Path. Over and out.